Hi, it's Larry Gaines, Power Cycle Trade, and this is Daily Aftermarket Outlook for Tuesday afternoon, April the 15th. Well, a really strong close finish to the day. This is what you call an outside day, or a key reversal, basically. So you had the market open up, it opened lower, went lower, made a new low, and closed above the prior day's high. So this is what you call a key reversal, which is a very strong technical pattern. Now, on our momentum indicators, the 1 hour time frame cycle indicators also shot up, closed to the upside on a positive note. So a very good close. Now, this particular type of setup is something that you should take advantage of to do some kind of buying. So what I did is I sold a bull put credit spread close to 2 standard deviations below the market on NDX, which is the CBOE index. So you can see we had a pivot low here, a low here on the 18th of December, and then that low on the 5th. So the market penetrated, made a new low, and then closed higher on really good volume. So a good place to set along with your stop below that low of 34.04. So be looking tomorrow, see if you can get some follow through into the 8 EMA and above, and then maybe start attacking the 21 moving average over the next few days. So again, this is a place that I got long based on using a bull put credit spread, and I'll show you that particular trade setup here. Now this was on the NDX, which is the CBOE index, NASDAQ 100, and basically the trade was selling the 31.5, buying the 31.25. Bull put credit spread, collected $145 a contract. So that particular trade, the max at risk was $2,300 on a margin, and then $145 profit. Now the probability of this being in the money or at closing out of the money is 91.15%. Hold on, no, excuse me, 89.96%. That's using the probability analysis tab on Thinkorswim. So it's about a 90% probability that this is a 30-day, this is the monthly, May monthly, that at expiration in 30 days that the market will be over 31.50. So there's about a 90% probability, and that's close to 2 standard deviations. So a decent trade for that, and of course I'm not going to wait and let it get down to this level. I'll defend it, or roll the trade or close it out before that. So that was one thing to do, and then I'll watch tomorrow, see the reaction of the markets in general, see if there's some follow through. But I like doing credit spreads first because it gives you a lot more flexibility and you don't have to be exactly right. So I like that trade setup, and then I'll be looking for other long opportunities tomorrow. Now here's the S&P futures. You can see it today had a big move to the upside, also on big volume, and it's back above, closed right above the 8 EMA, going back to the 21. So it did not even make a new low today. So a very positive, strong finish for the S&P futures. Now let's take a look at the Russell 2000 futures. This did not have quite as strong a move as obviously the S&P or the NASDAQ, but it did close above the prior day's close, and it was on good volume. Here's the Dow futures. It also had a nice close, and it's right back into the 21 period moving average. So very strong day performance for the key market indexes. Let's take a look at yen. Yen is hovering, so it could keep going either way, but right now it's pulled back some. This has helped, but not a big pullback, so this is something to keep an eye on, because the yen did not commit one way or the other, so it could still push higher, which would definitely affect the equities to the downside. And here are the bonds. 30-year bonds, interesting. The bonds were up and the equities were up, so it's kind of a different divergence as far as correlations. Usually the bonds have been going up, pushing the equities down, but today you had both up, so something's going to give. And usually the bonds are, market is more accurate, more astute than the equities. So If bonds keep going up, then this could be a false breakout on the equities, but that was a very good key reversal technical pattern setup, so you pretty much have to go with that trade and just know what your risk is and keep a stop below that. Well, keep your stops placed. You could use that low of today or some other areas, but it's definitely worth taking a shot to the upside based on that kind of close. Let's take a look at gold. Now gold was a real kind of disappointing day. It shot up over the moving averages yesterday. It looked like it was really good for pushing higher. Then today there was news that China demand is down, and that really hit the gold hard here. So you know, it's on the ropes again here. It really needs to get back above this moving average area right in here. Let me change this to a bar chart. It really needs to get back above this 21 period moving average right about 1314, so it needs about another 14 points up. I am long GLD call spread out in June, and I added to that. So what I did on the gold trade, I was long the 126 June call, short the 134, so I just added another leg of short leg to the 134 calls that I'm short on GLD, and that's basically a ladder spread. Let me show you that. So I'm short two legs of the 134, and then I'm long the 126. So we'll see if we can get some momentum. GLD, you know, didn't pull back, get hit as much as the gold futures, but I'm pretty well hedged. So if this thing does hold in, the short calls that I have will, you know, decay in time, so that'll look pretty good. So I like to do a ladder spread sometimes when the market's uncertain. So actually, here's the bar right down here. So that'll protect me and locks in minimum. Most I can lose on that, I think it was $250 a contract buy, selling that additional leg. So let's take a look at crude oil. Crude oil's, you know, still looking okay. It's, you know, hovering up here towards the highs. I'd really, you know, not get into doing anything on crude unless it pulls back towards that 21. I'm not going to chase it on an extended move like that. But looks, you know, pretty strong. If you look at our momentum indicators, you can see. Let me see that. Hold on. Still positive momentum to the upside on the daily. You can see here the cycle indicator 1 is up, cycle 2 is up. Still up on the intermediate term 1 hour, so crude looks, you know, looks good, looks potential to move higher. So that's still performing well. And let's take a look at some of the other big stocks. Google. You know, Google's trying to regain a little bit of strength here. Momentum indicators are still down, but you can see the 1 hour time frames are moving up. So there's going to be a lot of things to look at tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a very interesting day. So right now, though, just looking at the close here for NQ and ES. Again, this is what we call a key reversal. So you had a lower low and a higher close, higher than the day before, on very good volume. So talk to you on the next update. Good luck tomorrow. Now, one more thing, I'm going to be having a free webinar on Thursday, April the 24th at 8 p.m. It's going to be a directional trading tactics and setup profits webinar. So we're going to go through a lot of great stuff on directional trading using the power cycle trading model. So you'll be getting an email on this, but look forward to signing up early, so make sure you get a spot in the room. So that'll be on Thursday, April 24th at 8 p.m.